Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn about the date object in JavaScript. The date object will provide us about the current year, month, day and time. So let's start with creating a date object. To create a date object we have a constructor in JavaScript that is called date. And we all know that to create an object we need a keyword called new. So this way we can create a date object. Now we need a variable to store this object. So I declare a variable called date and assign this object into that variable. Now let's print this variable in our browser and let's see what it will return. So I just save and go back our browser, and if I do refresh, you see the whole time format is printing in our browser. So it's come with the current date, current month, current date, current year and current time. So today is Saturday and the month is May, date is 9th and it's 2020 year, and the current time is 12 o'clock and 13 minutes 23 seconds, and as I am from India, so it's showing as Indian Standard Time, which is GMT plus 5 hours 30 minutes. Okay, so it is provide you all the information. Now if you no need all of this, you can take any particular things out of it. So how will do that? So as we already have seen in our object chapter that an object may have some function or method, so same as the date object has some inbuilt method within it. So we'll see some of them, like the first method is getDate. So this will provide us the current date. Okay, so if I do save and go back to our browser, and if I do refresh, it is give 9. So today is 9th. Okay, so it's only provide 9 rather the whole information. Likewise we have something called getFullYear, and if I do save, go back to our browser, refresh, it's give 2020, correct. And same way we have another called getDay. So it is little tricky. So now if I go back to my browser, refresh, it will return an integer. Why so? Because it will represent each day based on number. So as we all know that the start of an week is Sunday, and Sunday is represented by 0 over here. So if today is Sunday, then it will return 0. Okay, for Monday it will return 1, for Tuesday 2, Wednesday 3, Thursday 4, Friday 5, and as today is Saturday, so it will return 6. So same way we can get the time also. So if I get hour, then if I do save and go back to my browser, if I refresh, it gives 0 as it's 12 o'clock right now. So it will be simple if I return minute. So now I ask for minute and let's see what it will return. It's written 16. So currently it's 12 o'clock 16 minute. Okay, same way we can get the second also. So I'm not going to show all of them, otherwise it will take much time. Okay, so let's check another method that is called getUTCMinutes. Now if I do save and go back to my browser, if I do refresh, it is giving something else, 46. So what is UTC minute is, as we already have seen, when I just print the date object at the very first, it returned the time based on Indian Standard Time, as I am from India, right? So as we all know, in the whole world there is lot of time zone like IST, EST. So there is another time zone that is called UTC, that is universal time. Okay, so in lot of cases, to avoid the conflict between this time zone, we always use UTC time. Okay, so that is what is written. This minute is returning based on the UTC time. So we have more function for UTC like UTC hour also. So let's check what is the hour according UTC. So if I do save now, and it's 18, that is 6 p.m. in the evening. Okay, so 6 p.m. 46 minutes according to the UTC time. Same way you can check there is a lot of method are available inside the date object. So the left side all of the getter method, using those we can get the current date, time, and UTC date time, and the right hand side are all the setter method. You can set your own date by yourself. Okay, so I'm not going to describe all of them one by one because otherwise this video will become very much big. So I'll recommend it that please go and try all of them by yourself. Now we'll see some other thing, like we already have seen we have a date constructor to create a new date object, right? So the date constructor takes some argument with it. What are those? So if I remove this for now, and the date constructor takes some millisecond with it. So millisecond, if I give some 652 this millisecond, and if I do save, go back to my browser, if I refresh, then it returns some other date, right? The January 1st January 1970. Okay, the different time. So it's convert that millisecond into date and return it to you. So sometimes from somewhere you get some millisecond and you need to convert that into date. So that time you can use this constructor. Same way we can pass some date as a string. So the format is like, first we need to give some month, so 04, that is April, and then slash, and I give some date like 12 and some year like 2003. Okay, now if I do save and go back to my browser, refresh, it is written 12 April 2003, which is Saturday, right? So I didn't mention any time, so that's why it is written 0000. So this way you can get some specific date set by you. Okay, so there is one more constructor present, like this date object takes some argument in order of year, month, day, hour, minutes, second, and millisecond. Okay, so these are the attribute the date object consider, and this attribute should be in this order, and not all are required, so all are optional. So we'll see. So if I pass the year as 2020 and do save and refresh, so it's written 2020, and as we didn't mention any date or month, so it's written the 1st January, and also we didn't mention any time, so it's written basically the GMT time. So if we consider GMT as 00, so GMT plus 5 hours 30 minutes, so it's written the same time. Now if we add the months after the year, so we need to put 2. If I put 2, then you just save it, go back to my browser, and if I refresh, it return March. Why March? Because January is considered as 0, February is 1, and 2 is March, so that's why it's print March, and as no date has been mentioned, so return 1. Okay, now if I just pass some date like 25 and refresh my browser, then it will return 25 March. Okay, so like this way we can create our own date object and assign some value into this. So that's it all about date object. So I'll suggest please go and check out all of this method by yourself, and if you find any issue by practicing them, please comment down so I can reach back to you. And if you understand this video, then please give this video a like, and see you in the later video. Thank you.